So we're going ahead and moving on to our next chapter, and our next chapter is our 3D shapes. And we're talking about volume. Volume is the amount of three-dimensional space occupied by an object. Volume can also be referred to as capacity. So sometimes they'll say find the volume of the shape, find the capacity of this shape. If we wanted to find the amount of space taken by the stack of coins, how could we do that? Well, we could figure out the space of one coin. I could say that when I'm talking about the space that something's filling, I could say find the area of one coin. And multiply by the number of coins. Multiply by that height. We're going to multiply the area of the base by the height of the cylinder. So we have this formula. This is our formula that our formula chart has. V is for volume. B, most of you are like, B is for base. B is kind of, it's the area of the base, or the area of a circle. H is for height. When I'm talking about a cylinder, the base is always going to be a circle. So when I'm finding the area of the base, we're using that formula pi r squared. And this is a formula you guys use a ton in 7th grade math. That's what 7th graders are learning right now, so know that it's something that we should be kind of familiar with. So instead of saying B, I'm really saying pi r squared. So my overall formula, the one that I really want you guys to work with, is pi r squared h. And that's going to be the same for every single problem. Pi r squared h. When I'm plugging in my values, I'm still going to use pi. My r is my radius. It's half of a circle. So my r is 6, and it is r squared, so 6 squared times my height, which is 4. That height is always going to be the distance between those two. So I might even label this as my r, and this is my h. When we type these in our calculator, we're going to use that pi button. So second, pi right here, pi, parentheses, my radius squared, parentheses, times my height. And press enter. We're going to get some ugly decimals because pi is an irrational number. So we're just going to take that answer and round it. So my answer is going to be 452.4. My second number is 5 or more. My first number is going to go up. When I'm looking at number 2, my radius deals with my circle. Okay, even if they take a cylinder and they lay it on its side, my radius number is always coming from my circle. But my radius is only half of my circle. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So my radius is 4. This right here, from circle base to circle base, is going to be my height. So pi times my radius squared times my height. I know in the first one I put the squared on the inside of the parentheses, second one I put it on the outside. It truly does not matter as long as it gets attached to that 4. Got an ugly decimal, so we're gonna round it. 502.65, since it's a 5, we're gonna round up and say 502.7. Simple enough. I want you to pause the video real quick, and I want you to solve number 3 before you move on. Sometimes we have questions that say leave it in terms of pi. To leave it in terms of pi means to multiply everything except for pi and simply leave the pi symbol in our solution. So I still have the same formula. I'm going to write it down. Here, my radius is 10 squared. My height is 15.2. So when I'm leaving things in terms of pi, I'm ignoring the pi symbol for a second, and I'm just going to do 10 squared times my height, 1520. So I'm going to write that. What did I forget? What did I leave out? That pi symbol. This would be my answer in terms of pi. If it wants it to the nearest tenth, I have to do everything. So pi times my radius squared times my height. That would be my total. 4775.2. When it wants it in terms of pi, I'm doing the math except for the pi symbol, just doing r squared times h. If it wants it to the nearest tenth, we're going to do the whole thing. Let me see. I want you to finish 5 and 6. You can go ahead and do number 9. You can do number 10. Then I want you, we can go all the way through the whole homework except 8 and 9. So finish this out. 5, 6, 9, and 10. And then all of the homework except for number 8 and number 9. Let's get busy.